Hello, welcome back, you guys. I'm gonna do my journal for today on the stock market. Today I made about $146. I hope again everyone is having a blessed day. Everyone's doing good today. For the next 10 minutes, I'll probably be talking about the positions I had, different thoughts I had in my mind, and different things that's going on. Again, this is all real money, no paper trading, no funding. This is all my real own capital. So made about 146 on the day. NIO and Pony. Those are the two ones I took profit on today. So first things first, I did not take any new positions. I just was running or writing my other positions. I had about four positions: EOSE, NIO, RR, and then Pony. Those are the four positions I swung from yesterday. Today, I took profits on a couple of those. So the first one that I took profits on was NIO. It's pretty clear. I've been talking about NIO probably in a lot, like a lot. We first saw this one breakout down here, a break above this level. We ran about, I think it was 30%. We ran. I'll show. Yeah, we ran about 37%. This was the first breakout. Within 4 days, we ran 37%. We came up here. Then we had another breakout right here as well. Looks good for continuation. Again, I was targeting the size of this box. So this was the consolidation. I was looking for a size of this box all the way up to these highs, 7.75. I rode past my partial TP. We went almost 20%. I rode the whole 20% position. On NIO in total, I made about $300 in total. Today, I made 134 on NIO. So I took two partials, my last two positions. I am fully out of NIO. NIO went 270% today, so almost a 300% move on NIO. Beautiful trade. This is definitely something to study. Now, since we're out of this trade, I can get rid of my alert. I'm going to keep this on my watch list just because it's ran twice in the past, like couple days, or not, sorry, couple weeks, couple months. But you can see like kind of what happened if I remove everything here, right? I kind of want to go through this because these are two winning trades, so you guys can really, understand it. So we saw this big run right here, and then we came back to the 10-day moving average. Once we come back to the 10-day moving average, we know this is our high, and then we can kind of start looking for a squeeze. So we came here, we bounced here, we bounced here. Once we broke above this level, we know we have a continuation. Same thing here. We had our run, then we came down to the 10-day moving average. We're looking for that squeeze, and then we're looking for bounces at other levels, right? We can see 3 bounces, 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounce, right? So then we had the tighter squeeze, and then we got the tighter squeeze. And how do you know the tighter squeeze is because the 21 daily MA is catching up as well, right? You can see at both times, this is when we started to get the squeeze, when the 21 started to surpass the 10, or yes, 21 started to test the 10. Same thing here, 21 got closer to the 10. So once the 21 gets closer to the 10, that's where we can see the squeeze. And you can see this example go on and on and on in different stocks. So that was the first one, NIO, perfect run, almost 300% gainer. This one can keep going as well. I want to stress this enough. This one can go to my target of 8. I just personally did not have enough capital or did not have enough positions in it. I took, I followed my plan. I took my risk, $200 per trade. That's that. I can't do much more about that. So follow my rules, everything, beautiful trade, definitely something to note down. And I can talk about it more if anyone has questions. Second trade that I took profits on was Pony. Now, Pony, I said yesterday I was swinging this. This is a high risk trade, and it looks like we did have continuation on Pony. But the thing is that these contracts were moving so bad. They were moving crazy bad. We took our entry down here. Like, we took our entry at 16.51. We're up 8%. My contracts only moved, like, okay, it went up to 40%, but my contracts are maybe at like 8% right now. Like, that's terrible. For an 8% move in 2 days, especially with expiration tomorrow, like, I don't know. I just contracts are not moving the best. Yes, I had a 40% time to take partials. I didn't see that. I was distracted by something else. So I took partials at 25% with like a small win of $11. I have light size in this, so if it loses tomorrow or if we push up tomorrow, I'll probably gain something small as well, 20, $30, something like that. So keep it small, whatever happens, happens. We can see right here we have a tight consolidation above this support and resistance level. If we can break above this current resistance, 17.65, I can see this go to 18.46. So that's as for Pony. Tomorrow is my expiration, so if we don't get a push higher, then I'm exiting this trade, obviously. But I have one more contract in that one. As for my other positions that I haven't taken partials or anything yet of, I have one more contract, one last contract, my runner and RR. What I'm looking for RR to take my full position or to get fully out of RR is actually for us to push above the 4.25 level and get to 4.5. If we break 4.5 or if we get to 4.5, I will take my last runner out and I'll be out of this trade completely. Today, you can see clearly we just had a bunch of consolidation. Same thing on Pony. NIO, we had it for a bit, but NIO was able to break, and I was able to take my last, trade out of it or contract out of it. EOSE. EOSE is the only one I have 2 contracts in. Pony and RR, I have only 1 runner left in. EOSE is the one I have 2 in. The reason being is because I want to see this run. Like this, I just have such a strong bias on EOSE. We broke out on the weekly charts, right? I can just see this run. And I really want to see it run tomorrow because it's just looking beautiful for tomorrow or Friday, whatever happens, right? So I'll show you real quick. We can see a clear breakout right here. We talked about this in the past couple videos. But EOSE, I've already taken 2 on that. I'm already up like 100 something on EOSE. I have 2 contracts left. We were up almost 170% today. I was going to take partials right here at this level, 8.73. I decided not to. I'm probably going to take partials, take out a contract and leave one contract running at 8.8, 8.9, something like that, or 8.89, sorry. But yeah, so we broke out of this recent consolidation. On the hourly chart, you can see right here, we're consolidating, right? We kind of pushed higher. Now we're consolidating. Buyers and sellers are kind of like, okay, I need to consolidate my energy. I need to hold my energy and wait for that big move up. We almost had that big move up. You can see right here on this candle towards like the last 30 minutes of the day, we almost had that. We broke out, rejected a little bit, then we broke up, I guess, onto the top, and then we rejected. We went back down. So right now we've rejected that level, but once we can break above the 8.74, we can see it run to at least 8.9. And then after 8.9, I'm going to hold runners to 9.18, and then after that, I'll be fully out. But I really hope I'm really hoping, and it's really looking good for it to go to 8.9. That's EOSE. Last one, RRR. Wait, I think we talked about RRR. Yeah, we talked about RRR. Last thing, I have 2 minutes. I want to talk about real quick some things I will be looking for tomorrow. MP is one of them. We can kind of see right here, this is the trend line break. If we can get above it, like again, we're looking really tight on the moving averages, on the daily charts. This is the trend line break. If we can break above this, I'll stop below days and, so on. So YMM is something I actually saw today, midday. I saw it and I'm like, damn, this looks good for continuation. Weekly box. This is a weekly box breakout. We've already almost breaking out on the weekly chart, right? If we can break above 13.8 on the daily, then we're looking good. And that's what I'm thinking. That is looking good for tomorrow, right? So tomorrow we're already gapping up in the post market. So I'm hoping for a little pullback so I can get an entry right here and then maybe stop loss at low of day for continuation. You could have taken an even a trade right here. If you saw it earlier, if I saw it earlier, I could have had stops at low of day, 17-cent stop, and it could have run. I could have been up right now. Like this is a current like trend line break that you could have taken as well. B, Looks like it started its breakout already. We rejected off that, so it's looking good for continuation off of B. Unfortunately, FOMO on YMMM. I wish I got in earlier on that. B, same thing. NVIS is another one that I'm looking for. This actually, I didn't even notice this towards the end of the day, but it looks like it's actually towards the top of the box. So this could look good as well for tomorrow, as well as MP. So these are like the top ones. This one, I didn't take too much look at it, so I gotta do more research. I don't want to talk about that right now. Uber, doesn't, yeah. Intel, same thing. We're at the top range of the box. If we can break above that 25.6. Nvidia, nothing new on that. We went down. Tesla looking like it's continuing to print. Amazing. And then today we had FOMC, Jerome Powell speaking, and we had a pretty volatile end of the day. But it looks like we are kind of just it looks like we might consolidate for the rest of the week. It's just kind of looking like that. Rate cuts were not down and not up. Is 4.25, and then that was the forecast, and the actual was 4.25. So we might just consolidate the rest of the week or pull back a little bit. Whatever happens, though, I want to try to get out of the most of my positions today, and then kind of start next week fresh with new positions. So, yep, that's everything. That's the stocks I'm watching. That's the stocks I took profit on. That's kind of how I'm looking at the market right now. We tested the 50 hourly MA, and then as well as we tested the 10-day moving average. So we could see this consolidate, or if we break above, all-time highs, then we can see this continue to go, right? So we'll see what happens. But again, sorry, that's a little over 12 minutes. Again, if you guys watching my videos, or if you have any questions, feel free to DM me. I'm always willing to help you guys out. I want to help you guys, the same thing. But love you guys. Have a good rest of your guys' day. Enjoy, everything, Bless up. Bye.